Life is hard, and so am I. You'd better give me something so I don't die. Before I sputter out, before I sputter out, life is white and I am black. Jesus and his lawyer are coming back. Oh, my darling, will you be here before I sputter out? Before I sputter out. Before I sputter out. Guess who's living here with the great undead? This pre-by-numbers life is full of my head once again. Life is good, and I feel great, 'cause mother says I was a great mistake. Novocaine for the soul. You better give me something to fill the hole. Before I sputter out. Before I sputter out. Before I sputter out.
Hi, this is David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Before I sputter out.
I'm Ross Williams.
Hi, this is Steve Gutenberg.
Hi, this is Rick Astley.
Hi, this is David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Iain Lee. Absolute Radio.
Balls and Tish. What just happened? Oh, sweet Lord. That's you. No, it's you, Rocky. Flipping. It's your fader that did that. Dear listener, I do apologise. What an unusual start to the show. First off, many things. Tim Shaw's not here, as you would have heard yesterday. He's gone, he's got the sack. I can't say any more than that. It's to do with something that happened on his show last Saturday. I'm not allowed to refer to it. This is Iain Lee. I do Sunday nights 10 till 1. I'm now doing Fridays and Saturdays 10 till 1. Hurrah. I'm joined by Eloise.
Hello.
You're on that microphone.
Oh.
This is Rocky. Get ready for it. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. There we go. Right, Davis, my normal producer, has also been sacked for a sexual indiscretion. Again, I'm not allowed to refer to.
No.
But I'm sorry about that,
Never go back
Eloise.
to that.
No,
Never go back to
should
that.
not have happened. That was... He crossed one of them damned lines, which is all we can say. How this works is you need to call in and talk to us about stuff, otherwise we're screwed. It's as simple as 0330 123 1215. We're a little bit out of kilter because it took ages for the studio to work, and Leona nearly did another hour.
Yeah.
So, oh look, we've got the Monkeys next. It's only Last Train to Clarksville. It's not one of the best, but it's still the Monkeys. And some Monkeys is better than no Monkeys, I say. So that's
we discovered last night.
yes, we did a whole night. You're very quiet, so I'm going to. I can do that. There we go. Look, try speaking now.
Can you hear me now?
You can speak again.
We discovered about the monkey.
No, hang on a minute. Here we go. Right, try now.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
we
Oh,
go.
I can hear me now.
Yeah, exactly. I've put you right up, love.
Is that Rocky's fault?
Something very odd is going on. Look, he's putting all the calls in the wrong places. There we go. The Merchant, you've called in.
Good evening, stranger.
Good evening, Merchant.
How are you this very fine evening?
I'm fine. We're going to try Rocky's fader again and see if we get the feedback from... Rocky, do you want to say something?
Hello.
He's with us!
Hey!
Now, Rocky, you're a professional producer.
if I could use the word executive.
Well, you say executive. That's just a clever way of saying you got kicked off the breakfast show, isn't it?
Absolutely correct.
You're quite quiet as well. I can turn you up here. Look, there we go.
Turn me up there.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a little bit better.
So here I am.
One tip on radio: speak near the microphone, though.
Oh, sorry, I'm very loud in my own.
You're very
ears.
quiet in our ears.
Hello.
There we go. Merchant, how is Rocky sounding in your ears?
Well, he's sounding excellent, in my opinion.
Well, he's sounding excellent. He's sounding. Stay there, Merchant. 1 second. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Ow, me ears! I'm going to sue you for thousands and then buy ladies of the night!
Right, okay.
Jesus Christ, that idiot almost burst my eardrum!
No, can we be careful with the ears? Line 3, be careful with the ears, please.
Hey, Tim, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, no, it's Iain Lee. As I said yesterday, Tim Shaw's got the boots.
You've ruined my weekend, man.
Well, just listen. You might learn something. We've got some good stuff on the show tonight.
What's going on, Ian?
Well, do you know what? I'm actually going to be. If anyone can, we're going to be asking what have you got written on your hands.
Oh, I've got something written on my hand.
I thought you might. I've got 2 numbers written on my hands: 19. Yes, 19 and 23. And if by 11 o'clock anybody can guess what those 2 numbers refer to, I'll give them £100 of my own cash. That's how confident I
think I
am.
know what it is, Ian.
What is it, Paulie?
I think it's your IQ minus 1,000. I think Ian is much more intelligent than that.
Yes, I'm going to have to cut you off, Paulie.
I've got it dirty.
Oh, for goodness.
I've got a brand
Okay, right.
coat.
Can we just say, look, we've had some emails coming in. The first one is from Paul Lunny. I believe it's for Leona. It says, "Night, sexy lady." And then then someone has texted in saying, "Bye, twit," but they spelled twit wrong. That's a bit unusual.
I can't believe he spelled twit wrong.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that is a very simple word.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So, Merchant, what have you got written on your hand?
I've actually I've got 2 words written in my hand.
Yes.
And that's tree and cake.
And why?
Tree and cake.
Why would you have tree and cake written on your hands?
Because, I found... Well, actually, I didn't find a cake on a tree, but... This tree I bumped into when I was carrying a cake, so I've got it in my hand for a little warning next time.
Okay, well, he's gone there, so that's good news. We are genuinely asking, what have you got written on your hands? Have you no, you've got nothing on your hands?
I've got nothing, no.
Let's explain who you are, Eloise, because people who listen to What's-His-Face, who used to do this slot, will know who you are.
Yes.
But my listeners from a Sunday won't know who you are. Can you give us... Hang on a second, let's do this properly, shall we? We're going to do this. Can you give us your 30-second potted history?
Okay, so I started off on the Tim Shaw show, helping out a bit with him.
Yes.
Then since then, we can't discuss it. We can't go into the terms.
Let's not mention it.
But he got fired.
Yes.
I was involved in this, but somehow escaped it with the help of Rocky, which is why we have still retained our job.
Well done.
And here I am now with you.
You've got another 12 seconds.
Oh, I can't fill it. That's it. I've got a brief history. That's it. I haven't got anything else to tell you.
Well,
Very boring.
It's disappointing, isn't it? It's, Louise has called in.
Hello.
Hello, Louise. Have you heard the song called Hey Louise? Hey, no.
He did.
What?
He did.
He
did.
He did?
He did.
Hey, no, not Hey Jude. I'm talking about a song that's got your name in it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of them.
No.
Lots of them in the Louise, isn't there?
There's lots of names in Louise.
Sorry?
There are lots of people called Louise.
There's
It's a very popular name.
Well, it's going down in my list.
Is it going down in your estimations?
It is. There's a song by Neil Diamond called Hey Louise.
Feedback, can't hear you quite well.
You can't hear me quite well. Yeah, I would play it to you, but we haven't got the iPod lead, so I can't play. We haven't got the iPod lead, so we can't play it.
Uh-huh.
Louis, don't look at Rocky, just going on his toes. No, he hasn't got it. He's right. Yeah. Louise, what do you want?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, jeez. Right.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky, how many times in your life have you heard that now?
Pretty much every day.
Every day.
Every day in my life.
Day. It's not even spelt the same.
No.
Borderline racist, Louise. Borderline racist.
Yes.
What can we do for you, Louise?
I was wondering if you could play I Heard It on the Grapevine, please.
I Heard It on the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye's?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just get it on the computer. Hang on a second. Marvin Gaye. Would you like to announce it for us?
Yeah.
Go on, then.
I Heard It on the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye.
0330 123 1215. There is sod all chance we're going to play that tonight. I do apologise. What a potty woman.
Take the last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville.
Take the last train to Clarksville. Hands up, who's had a wee next to Davy Jones of the Monkees? My hand is up, yours isn't
Mine
up.
isn't.
Use your
I'm
hands
so
up.
disappointed.
Yes, I had a wee next to Davy Jones of the Monkees. It's one of those things, the rules in a gentleman's toilets are, if there's a man standing at a urinal,
Right.
you don't stand next to him.
Okay,
So
why not?
You just don't.
What if that's the only one?
Well, this is the situation. If it's the only one, you go in a cubicle,
Oh.
and if the cubicles are full, you wait. Unless it's like you're at Wembley or something, and then you can. The rules have changed slightly, but otherwise you don't. But I went into a cubicle, into a toilet. There's Davy Jones, free urinal, and another man, and both the cubicles are free. So I started to go into the cubicle, and I thought, well, hang on a minute. This is David Thomas Jones of the Monkees, my favourite group of all time.
Opportunity there.
This is my one chance to see a Monkees winkle. And I stood next to him, and I couldn't go. Of course, you can't go. That's
Too nervous.
You can't go when you're standing. This is another thing. You can't go for a wee when you're standing next to another man. I don't know what the rules are with ladies.
Well, we're in cubicles,
You're in
so
cubicles,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
However, they have invented this thing called a urinal, which is for women.
Oh, I've
It's
seen that. You
a
slapped it
cone.
onto your.
Yes, but I was going to try that once and it was horrible, so I decided to just sit down in the urinal.
And you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it standing up,
Yeah,
aren't
and
you?
I couldn't get
Is
to
it what
grips with
you
that.
sort of undo your fly? I won't get too
That's
graphic.
it,
Don't worry.
yeah.
You kind of. It's like a sort of cup thing
Yeah,
that you put
in a
around
cone
your
shape,
your
that's
wang
it.
chung.
Yes.
And then like a pipe comes off.
It is, yeah, but I couldn't do it, so the trough thing's in front of you, and I just thought I'll sit on the trough rather than use the thing.
Have you ever? We're not going to get too wee bases here. Have you ever? So it's physically possible for a lady to wee standing up.
Only with those things, but I don't. Otherwise, it'll go everywhere. Not wanting to get too graphic.
But like your bladder doesn't lock up or something
No.
if you're in a certain position.
No.
Okay, so that's okay. That's Anyway, it's not what we wanted to talk about at all. But we've got off on a lovely.
Yeah, so I don't know what it's like to wee next to someone really. So you have to.
It's not
I'll
nice.
have to imagine.
It's not nice.
And
And
you can finish the rest of
you
your
have to do a
story.
real thing of because you can't. You go if you're standing next to another man. You have to because it's busy, and you just can't. And there's nothing coming out. You're pretending that wee is coming out. Wee is coming.
Thinking of water.
And then when they go, then the wee comes out. It's a
Oh, I
strange
see.
psychological thing.
You were standing next to a monkey and another man.
Yes.
Pretending to wee.
That's the end of the story. The story has finished there.
So you look like a strange man just pretending to wee next to.
Well, you do get strange men in toilets. Anyway, let's actually move on now. 0330 123 1215. We're asking what have you got written on your hand. I have two numbers written on my hand, 19 and 23. If someone can guess what those numbers refer to by 11 o'clock, they will get £100 of my own money. This is genuine. I don't think anyone will. I have a theory that people who write on their hands are more intelligent than other people, and more creative. I'd imagine, for example, that Paul McCartney writes on his hands quite a bit. And I think it's men more than women that do it. But you had something written on your hands yesterday.
Yes, but mine I don't think was a sign of intelligence because it was so I could remember to do the haven't heard it for ages competition that we do on the station.
Oh.
So I wrote it on my hand to remember to do it tonight. So not very intelligent.
Well, no, but it's good, though, because it's a reminding thing. It's better than writing a note or a post. Oh, we've got Post-it. Got any spare Post-its? We get those tiny Post-its. You know, the really...
Oh, yeah, what's the point in
them?
them?
What's the point of a tiny Post-it?
That's just, stupid.
Because you
can't fit anything on it,
And
just
so
one
I
word.
try and... Because obviously when you have a Post-it, you write and it doesn't take up the whole thing. But when I have the tiny Post-its, I write equally as small. So it's still comparatively taking up the same space there.
Yeah.
But you did have something written on your hand?
Yes.
OK, well, let's put this out. 0330 123 1215. Look at your hands, people of the nation, and let us know if you've got anything written on them, and give us a call and tell us what they are. I suspect that there will be no women that will phone in on this. I just don't think they will do it.
I do think you're right. It's a man
I don't think
thing.
women are creative enough to do it. Max is on the line. Hello, Max.
Yeah, hi, Ian. What's happened to Davis?
Can't say too much. Davis won't be coming back. There was after the show last night.
Yeah.
There was an incident. How old are you, Max?
I'm 14.
You're 14. Well,
I don't really want to talk about it, though.
We can't really talk about it, and Eloise is still very disturbed. So we'll.
He's never coming back.
No.
Not even tomorrow.
No, Rocky's going to be producing the show from now on.
All right. I like Rocky, actually.
He's better than Davis, isn't he? Let's be honest, Davis was rubbish.
I like Davis.
No, he was rubbish.
Davis, if you're listening, you're a legend.
No, you can't say that about someone who is possibly going to be facing a police investigation. Craig!
Hello.
Hello, Craig.
I have something written on my hand.
I know that for two reasons. Firstly, it says it on my screen. And secondly, in the room next door where Rocky is taking the phone calls. Rocky, would you like to describe what you just did?
I just pointed at my hand with my finger.
And you mouthed the words, something on his hand.
I've got you covered.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Craig, what have you got written on your hand, Craig?
I've got written on my hand tally marks. They come up to 10.
So you've written tally marks. They come up to 10.
No. I've written 10 marks on my hand.
Oh, so you've got the tally marks.
Yeah.
And why have you got 10 tally marks? Have you been in prison for 10 years?
No, it's not a tattoo. I just wrote on it with felt pen. But the reason I'm writing on my hand is to remember how many cigarette butts I've got in my ashtray.
Why do you need to know that?
You've asked the question, Eloise. You go with it. Go on.
Why do you need to know that?
The reason I need to know that is because I made a bet with my flatmate that I could fit 1,000 cigarette butts in his ashtray.
So you're going to write 1,000 tally marks on your hand by the end of this, then?
No.
Okay. Oh, dear. What a delightful fruitcake. 0330 123 1215. What have you got written on your hand? We'll also be doing other stuff later on, but I almost sound like a proper DJ then, so I'll stop myself and play some adverts instead.
Absolute Radio. Rated.
Record. Iain Lee. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. It's different producer. I got someone new in the studio with me, and it's a different evening because I'm taking over from Tim Shaw. So it's early days. We'll get there eventually. The ramshackle start to the show. For that, I can only apologise. If you want to give us a call, 0330 123 1215. We're talking about what have you got written on your hands, and I'm saying that it's only creative people and generally men that have things written on their hands. If you want to tell us what's on your hand, you can give us a call. Also, the rules are, if you want to talk about anything, you're more than welcome to talk about anything. And Tarek, you've not called in about hands at all, have you?
I'm afraid not.
OK, Tarek, what can we do for you?
I have to say, yesterday's show was probably your worst show you've been on Absolute.
OK.
I listen to you quite regularly.
Are you still upset because I said this week's episode of Lost was rubbish?
Absolutely not. No. I've been banned by yourself. That's something that happens, difference of opinion. That's not a problem at all.
Tarek, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking?
No, I don't drink.
OK, carry on.
No, I mean, your shows, maybe I'm getting it wrong.
Yeah.
And normally your shows organically evolve.
Right.
In a different way.
Yes.
But it seemed very contrived yesterday.
Right.
It seemed very much what you normally...
Right.
Well, I don't know what normal is, but it seemed like...
Tarek, can you get to the point? Sum up your criticism for me.
Well, there was sycophantic laughter in the studio, and it seemed all contrived.
Yes. Okay. Right. I'm going to interrupt because you're wrong. You're wrong on many counts. Last night's show was probably one of the best I've done in Absolute. That's a fact. It was different from what I normally do. That's a fact. I didn't hear any sycophantic laughing.
It was probably me.
But it wasn't sycophantic, though.
No.
It wasn't.
Well, maybe I'm getting it wrong.
No, you are getting it completely wrong, Tarek. And I'm explaining it to you, and I know that you're intelligent enough to listen and understand and go away with your tail between your legs. That Eloise wasn't sycophantically laughing, because I can't stand that. She was laughing genuinely, as I was laughing genuinely when she said something funny, and when she didn't, I didn't laugh. I'm not finished. The drunk bloke was a bit weird.
Yes.
I'll grant you that. The magician I thought was great, was fantastic, and was something a little bit different. And as I carry on doing these weekends, Tarek, I'm afraid that this is how the show is going to evolve.
Well, that's fine. I mean...
I know it's fine.
I'm willing to give it... I'm not going to be one of those people who emails you and criticise you.
Yeah. Well, you phone in and criticise, which is better. I prefer the phone-in criticism, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I may be wrong in the long run.
No, you're wrong in the short run. You're wrong in the short run and in the long run. Last night's show was, I would say, in the top 10 of shows I've done at Absolute.
OK, also, I mean, it wasn't just Eloise who I'm trying to pick out and say she was the one who's sycophantically laughing. It was just the whole atmosphere.
You know, I know, Tarek, you're wrong.
Well, I could be wrong.
No.
We'll agree to disagree at this point.
No, we will not agree to disagree, because that's a coward's way out of an argument. You are completely wrong.
Well, we'll disagree.
Well, that's so you're backing out of this argument as well, are you, Tarek?
No, I'm not backing out.
You've just capitulated and said, well, all right, we'll disagree then.
No, because I can't make you agree with me.
Because you are factually wrong.
Well, there's no facts.
No, there are facts. There are facts, and let's go through the facts one more time. Do pay attention, dear boy. Last night's show was one of the best shows I've done on this station.
According to you?
No, it's a fact.
How is that a fact?
Because I know all of the shows I've done, and I've logged each one and given them a star rating.
Well, that's your opinion.
I gave last night's show an 8 out of 10 when I got home.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, and
it's not a fact.
It's a fact.
So if it's your opinion, it doesn't mean it's a fact.
No, you're wrong, Tarek. Yes, it does.
How does it mean it's a fact?
Listen, Tarek, if we're just going to go around in circles, you can go.
But that's a quite poignant.
No, you can't. Are you sure you've not been drinking?
I don't drink.
Tarek, listen, here's a suggestion. Why don't you go listen to Talk Sport, because they're doing a load of old crap on there.
Well, I know.
Ah, dear. Stop sycophantically laughing at me.
Sorry.
What have we called after this? We like the angry song, don't we, Rocky?
We love the angry song.
Seriously, I've been meaning to ask you this. I've always felt embarrassed to, so I'm going to ask you now because it's come up.
Because it's on air.
Well, look, because it's come up in the evening.
Yeah.
How many times do you get the How many times?
Actually, do you know what? It sort of goes through phases. I get it a lot, obviously, pretty much every other day.
Yeah.
But of late, there seems to be a theme developing where a lot of people are calling me Rogue. Because of the way I spell my name now.
It's with a Q, U and an E.
It's Q, U and E, and now they're going rogue. They're like official things, banks and stuff like that. Yes, disconcerting.
I get mine. Well, Lee. Let's say it now. Lee isn't my real name. It is my real name now. I've changed it by deed poll, but it's not my. The reason I changed it, 2 reasons. One, my dad's an idiot. Second, if we're completely honest. No, he's not. Secondly,
sorry. Was that laughter too sycophantic back then? Sorry, Tarek.
I didn't laugh purposely.
Can we please do a Steve Wright round of applause?
Yeah.
I changed my name because I didn't get on with my father, but also because it's very difficult. I'm not going to say it on the radio, but it's very difficult for people to spell and pronounce. So everyone would spell it wrong and mispronounce it, and that's a burden. Lee, which was my middle name. Easy peasy. Everyone can spell that, but some people still spell that wrong. I still get Leigh.
I think also from a playground perspective, there's not a lot to do with Lee. You can't really do much with it.
No,
you know.
No.
So you're safe.
Yeah, I'm safe. Well, but it's too late. I'm 35 now, Rocky. I don't go to school anymore.
Oh,
they don't let me. But we've got someone on the line now. Speaking of names, this person's got one.
Oh yeah, this is a good name.
It's Bryony Ditchburn.
Hello.
Bryony, is Bryony Ditchburn your real name?
Yeah.
You've just won yourself a Steve Wright round of applause. Woo!
Yeah.
We're doing that a lot. It's good. Actually, can we just record one and have it on a button?
That's what Steve does.
He does. I was on the Steve Wright show once. You know his afternoon show?
Yeah.
It was done at 11 o'clock in the morning. He pre-records it all.
Everything's pre-recorded.
Unbelievable.
Pop out.
Anyway, Bryony.
Yeah.
What can we do for thee?
I've got stuff written on my hand.
Oh, and you're a girl.
Yeah.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 12.
12 years old, well done. What have you got written on your hands?
Penguins rule the world. What's the point in animal testing? And a picture of a random bunny.
Just give me 1 second, Bryony.
Oh, my God! She's one of them!
OK, that's interesting. And why have you got those written on your hand?
They kind of popped into my head and I randomly scribbled them on my hand.
Well done. And do you ever write anything else on your hand?
Yeah, I normally scribble, like, doodles and stuff on my hand.
Well, that means you're very creative. Borderline.
I've got, like, a load of pictures up my arm as well.
That's weird. The arm is weird. The arm is weird, I'll be honest, Bryony.
Mm.
Yeah. So, would you do me a favour?
Yep.
Would you go to the bathroom for me?
Maybe buy a notepad.
Fill up a bowl of water. Give your arm a good scrub. Excellent. I'll take that as a yes. Rodders!
Good evening, Ian. It's good to speak to you again.
It's always good to speak to you, Rodders. Always good to speak to you. Wicked indeed, yes.
I've got some suggestions for phone-in topics.
Don't need any.
Really?
I don't need any. I've got a sheet full.
Oh, no.
Well,
It's awful. How about your numbers, right?
Yeah,
I know exactly what they are.
19 and 23 are written on my hands. If anyone guesses what they are for, before 11 o'clock, I'll give them £100 of my own cash. You think you know,
judging by Pythagoras' theorem and the periodic table and my pocket calculator, I reckon they're your favourite numbers and you don't want to forget them.
Yes, that's not going to win. That's not...
Are you sure you don't want my phone-in topics? You can use them another week.
I tell you what, let's hear your topics and we'll judge them as to whether we need them.
I've got two quick ones.
Okay.
Number one, mistaken identity. Like when I was 10, I went to buy Tiberian Sun and I couldn't buy it without an adult, so I turned round, tug on this guy's coat and go, "Dad, can you buy me this game?" And this man just turns around, it wasn't my dad, and I ran away. And
let's try the next one.
Oh, that was the sort of thing you normally have. Anyway, you ever misjudged a situation? For example, tried stand-up for the first time, went to a bar in Brighton, the bar was full of women, had a shed load of sexist driving jokes, and, went down a treat.
OK, anyway, as I was saying, we're doing all right for... I had a very weird thing on the way here tonight. That sounds like a start of a terrible joke, doesn't it? But a strange thing happened. I was on the tube coming in. I've only just found out I'm allowed to get cabs home from work here.
Really?
I've been here 14 months, right? I've been driving in when I was doing the Sundays. I've only just found out, because you finish at 1 o'clock, you're allowed to get a cab home, otherwise you could get murdered.
Did you sort of happen upon this by accident? Was it like an email that had been forwarded to you by accident?
I found out I was taking over Fridays and Saturdays, and they said, do you want cabs on Fridays and Saturday? So, yeah, sure, but can I have one on Sunday? They went, oh, yeah, of course you can. Thanks a lot. Cheers, Absolute. Thanks, David Lloyd.
Davis takes good care of you.
David Lloyd, Mr. Grace, all of those people, all of them. So, but I got the tube in, and someone who I know, a girl called Claire, who listens to the show, came in on the same tube, and she went, "Oh, Ian, how are you?" I was like, "Oh, all right." And we started talking about the radio, and there was a young girl, probably about, I'd imagine about 15, 16, 17 years old, sat opposite me, and she was reading Heat magazine. She was one of them,
right?
And so we started talking about the radio, and then I mentioned Claire, I mentioned something about that I'd done on TV, and this girl was like, this grin on this girl's face, like getting bigger and bigger, and I could see her leaning forward, and she went, "Sorry, Are you famous?" I was like, no, not really. So you just said you're on the radio and you've been on TV, so I recognised, I thought I knew you. I said, well, OK, I've been on TV. Because, I knew you. I said, OK, what's my name?
She's flicking through Heat really quickly, trying to find a mention.
She said, I don't know, but can I have my picture with you?
Oh, no.
And I said, well, OK, you can, but what's the point of it? You don't know who I am. No, I will show it to people and they'll tell me who you are. And I said, all right, well, yes, only if I can have my picture with you. And I got my picture taken with this girl. I don't know her name either, so it kind of works out quits. I don't know if it's not very good because the girl who took it was, these iPhones are rubbish. But look at this, that girl doesn't know who I am. I don't know who she is. We had our picture taken together on a train.
I think she's famous.
Well, she could be. I've twittered that, by the way, if everyone wants to go and see it with. Yeah, it's very strange. That's what's wrong with this country, dear listeners. Everyone's obsessed with Heat magazine and celebrities, and if someone's been on telly, that sounds a little bit exciting, doesn't it? A little bit exciting. I'm talking because we've got no calls.
Wise words.
No calls,
do
Rocky.
you want me to call Robert up? Wait there. Well, don't do anything. Don't go anywhere.
No. I'll play It's They Might Be Giants in a minute. Have people called in and we've just not called them back?
Well, I've got this one guy, Robert,
Uh-oh.
OK, and he gave us something that he's written on his hand, and it's mildly interesting, quite good.
Yeah.
But he was driving. And consequently, this phone line wasn't very good, a little bit too...
No, stuff in. We don't need that.
And then there was Carly who called in, who had something written on her hand.
This conversation that you're doing with me now, you should be doing internally.
Yeah, I did do it internally before, yeah. I'm just having to do it again. I'm going to call Robert, all right?
I'm going to play a record and we'll have a chat, shall we, Rocky?
This is
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
What we'll do is we'll play a record in a second, then we'll come through. Nathan Marks has emailed in with a nonsense email.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Rude email. He accuses me of being rude, and then uses the double W word at the end the argument makes no sense at all. So he's emailed me because he was too scared to call. I've emailed him back saying, come on, give us your phone number. He's done that, and when we're playing the next record, which is Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love, we'll give the phone number to Rocky, and he will give you a call, Nathan. And he was upset with the way that I treated Tarek, who called up earlier on, and he thought I was unnecessarily rude. But I wasn't rude at all. I was being very polite and very correct.
Stating your case.
I was stating my case, wasn't I, Gareth? Gary.
Good evening. Yes, you were. It was a fair argument, and to be honest, I quite enjoyed last night's show. So
it was one of the best. And listen to Nathan's argument here. In his email says, "But just because it was your best show does not necessarily make it good." Well, that's where his argument's going to collapse around his ears, Gary. Let me tell you that.
That doesn't make much sense in my book either, I must admit.
We'll have a word with him in a second. We'll have a word with him after Robert Palmer. Anyway, so what can we do for you?
Yes, I've got something written on my hand.
Go on then. Oh, I nearly belched then. Yes, what have you got?
Yes, I very sensibly wrote left on my left hand and right on my right hand, as I find it helps me drive.
It does help. Those things do help, don't they?
It does, although one day I got them wrong and nearly got involved in a number of accidents.
Here's another thing. Eloise, you're a woman.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact because of what transpired last night with you and Dave. And I'm sorry, again, I apologise.
Don't bring it up.
I'm sorry. But do you get confused with your left and your right?
Yeah, I have to do, you know, when you put both your forefinger and your thumb at right angles.
Like L's?
Yes, so that I can see that the one that makes the L is my left hand.
Well, no, that's the right hand.
No, it isn't. Look.
Which way does an L go? Hang on, I need to write an L. Oh, yeah, you're okay, that's the left hand. Yeah.
So that's how I know.
Well, what? But girls are like that. All girls are like that. I don't think there's a single girl out there who, if you said left and right, like 100 times randomly, they get it right every single... A bloke would get it right every time. A woman would get it right about 60...
you can't say that.
You know, definitely. A bloke would get it right 100% of the time. A woman would get it right about 68% of the time.
Okay, let's test it. Right. Whenever I say right, you look right. Whenever I say left, you look left.
Okay.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
This isn't great radio, but I've got, how many of those did I get right?
You did it all right.
Exactly. A woman would not be able to do that. And it's not criticism. It's not criticism. It's just, aren't girls weird? That's what I'm trying to say. That's where I'm going with that. Gary, thank you for the call. Robert.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, Robert. It's Ian.
Promotion, eh? 3 days a week now.
So, I've been promoted 3... OK, it wasn't quite...
Is that rude, eh?
Yes.
That's so rude.
Okay. I did dump that, don't worry. Robert, he didn't turn out to be one of them. Anyway, Robert, what have you called in for? No, what have you called in for?
Oh, I just had something written on my hand. That was all. I had to write down an account number on my hand. It's not that interesting.
But do you agree with me that girls don't... it sounds like we're turning into a sexy show. It's not what it's meant to be at all. Yeah, but girls don't do that kind of thing. Why didn't you write it on a bit of paper, Robert?
Because I had no paper to hand.
There you go,
Lazy.
you see.
I was walking down the street. Ian!
Yes?
Get that film!
Oh, you sent me the horror film. I did get it, mate. Thank you.
Right, you're welcome. Okay, mate.
I will try and watch it. I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Now you're 3 days a week, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I will try and watch it this week if I get the chance.
Regards to Davies, please, eh?
No, we can't really. We really can't do that at all. All right, I'm going to play Robert Palmer, and we'll give Nathan the call and see if he wants to come on and... but we have to... Nathan, listen, please don't use potty language like you did in the email, OK? That's not good. I can't believe you said that about Davies.
It's not big or clever.
That's terrible. Thing is that now, Rocky, that will be in the podcast unless it gets edited out. That's your call.
Oh no, I absolutely. That Monday morning, yeah, when I'm.
Oh, 030 123 1215. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk to Nathan. We've got Nathan lined up. Before I bring his fader up, Nathan, I'm gonna say. Don't use potty language like you did in your email. He's called in because... he sent an email complaining that I was rude to Tarek, who called in and said last night's show wasn't very good. Nathan!
Hi.
Hi, Nathan.
Hi. I am sorry to say about in the email.
Bit rude and bit childish, wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
Especially when in the email you accuse me of being unnecessarily rude, and then you end it with that. So that's
that's quite outright.
Why did you do that? Can I ask?
Do what? The email?
No, the swear word at the end of the email. Because you almost had an all right argument. I mean, not a very good argument, but you had an all right argument until you did that. You pulled the rug out from under your own feet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I can say. I did it.
You can say sorry.
Pardon?
You can say sorry.
I said it at the start. I'm sorry.
I accept it. Okay. What's your problem?
No, I just thought some of the things you said in your argument were a bit just what did I say? When he said let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You're calling him a coward.
That's a coward's way out of an argument. Yes.
It's not really. I think.
No, it is because if you we're having a discussion.
People can't be right though, can they?
No, one person, Nathan. I'm speaking now. I'm going to explain to you why it's a coward's way out and why you're wrong. Because one person can be right and the other person can be wrong. And if you're having a discussion or an argument, and then one person realises they can't win that argument and says, "All right, let's agree to disagree," that's them backing down. That's a coward's way out of it. Why not see that?
Yeah, I think sometimes that can be, but if people are just arguing for no reason.
I'm going to finish.
Go on.
Thank you. You might as well see that. You might as well argue that point till its natural conclusion.
I don't think so. No.
Well, because.
Well, where's the conviction in his argument then?
Yeah, well, that's because you're a spineless idiot, Nathan. That's why. Listen, you've also written here, just because it was your best show.
No, that was hypothetical. Yeah. I was just saying he might not enjoy your radio show.
No. Well, Tarek does enjoy the radio show. He listens a lot. And I'm going to let you... Quite rude, aren't you, Nathan? You say, just because it was your best show does not necessarily make it good.
Yeah.
Well, that's obviously a nonsense, isn't it?
No, because you were saying that it is good because it was my best show. And saying that was a fact, but it's an opinion.
But what you... Jesus, before we took this call, I said to Elise, I hope he's good at arguing. Boy, was I ever let down. Boy, was I ever let down. We'll try it one more time.
You were saying everything, it's my best show, it's fact, because I think it's my best show.
In my top 10 of shows.
Just because you think it's your best show doesn't make it a fact. It's subjective.
But that's not what you've written in your argument.
I did. I wrote something along those lines.
No, you didn't. I'll read it to you one more time, Nathan. I'll give you one more chance. One more chance, because you must be nervous, because you're on the radio and you're only young. Just because it was your...
everything was based on opinion, so it was not fact.
I'm going to read what you've written, Nathan, and you're going to button it.
It's in front of me.
OK, I'm going to read it to you again, because I'm not sure you're reading it properly.
You were clearly agreeing to disagree because you weren't going to change your mind and vice versa. Everything was based on opinion.
Are you going to let me read this, or are you going to be rude?
Well, I can read it myself.
But you don't understand what you've written, do you? You have written... Thank you. Just because it was your best show does not necessarily make it good. Now, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Yes, it does.
But just because it was your best show doesn't necessarily make it good. Yes, it does necessarily make it good. If it's one of my best shows, it necessarily makes it good. Oh, sod it, here's Whitesnake.
I think you might have won that.
I was all set for a good argument, and I'm all kind of hyped up now. I've got nothing. So much so I'm playing a song from the next hour. I'm breaking the radio rule. You shouldn't be hearing this till after 11, dear listener. And now the rules are broken. Sorry, Rocky, I've broken the rules.
Don't worry about it. You won, though.
I think you did.
I'm worried about it now. Oh, worried about it. Whitesnake. Oh, yes.
Iain Lee. Hello. Absolute Radio.
It's all kicking off now. On the emails, because people are cowardly.
Yes.
Matt, I'm not going to read your email out, and all the others. Phone in. 0330 123 1215. If you have an argument, we'll have an argument. We'll have a good one. All my timings are off. Look, Rocky, I'm sorry. I've started this hour at 1 minute and 20 seconds early.
That's all right.
It's not all right, though.
Why?
I've let you down.
No.
I've let What's-Her-Face down.
What's-Her-Face?
I've let me down.
You've not let anyone down, because I mean, are we getting more bang for our buck? Are we getting more Lee for our,
Yeah, apparently so, yes.
There you go.
I believe that's... hang on a minute, we've got a new producer on the show, Max.
Yeah?
What do you want?
I thought that, seeing as the calls are a bit thin, you could introduce another topic from your sheet.
OK, well, should we go to the sheet and see what the next topic is?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Ooh.
It's what has really annoyed you this week?
Oh. Yeah, I can think of a few.
Well, you said, Rocky, has anything really annoyed you this week?
Actually, yeah.
Go on.
I was doing some clearing up in my allotment today, and I filled up this bag with so much sort of muck, as in carpets and stuff like this. It was too heavy for me to lift, and I was really annoyed with myself.
You're growing carpets on your allotment. What have you got carpets for?
Basically, it's when it's all sort of overgrown, which ours is, you put loads of carpets down, and it sort of kills everything off because it can't grow.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. But so you loaded up the...
loaded up this four big bags, spent a lot of the afternoon just sifting through it, putting it in there, drove the car down, ready to take it down the dump and be sensible.
Yeah.
Couldn't lift the bags.
I've done that, man.
Really
I've done
annoyed.
That with the bags. It is annoying, isn't it? It is annoying. Eloise, has something annoyed you?
Yes, rudeness. This week I went shopping and I wanted a lady to move out the way because she was blocking me, and I said very politely, "Excuse me, please." Didn't move. "Excuse me, please, can I come by?" Didn't move. "Excuse me, please." And then she turned round and said a list of expletives that I can't possibly say to you.
Effing and jeffing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And said, "You don't have to say it that many, beeping times."
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so
You were being
infuriated because
polite.
I've been so polite.
Yeah.
And, I thought she didn't hear me, which is why I just repeated it a few times. And then I walked away and I thought, I really want to go back and tell her off, but I obviously...
Did
the
you not go
moment's
back?
gone. The moment's gone.
But the thing is, you've still got the anger in you
I
now,
am.
that
I
you're
feel
carrying this
very
resentment around.
impotent is the word.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Were you annoyed about the girl on the tube?
No, I tell you what annoyed me, and I saw it yesterday. Now it's an advert, okay? And I'm going to say what it's for, but don't worry. I know, because I think everyone here will go, yes. And they're showing it at the cinema now, right? And what it is, it's the advert for Heart Radio, and it's a tiny thing.
Yeah.
But it's the bit where Jamie Theakston, Theako, I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't.
The catchphrase is "Give it some heart." Oh, God, it makes you want to puke.
That is.
And, but very successful radio station. But there's the bit where Jamie Theakston is apparently setting up a video camera, and all his 20 colleagues are there. So he looks in the camera, sets it up, runs back, the camera falls over, and everyone pretends to laugh. And they all go, "Oh, give it some hearts." It is... Oh, have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it, but
it's
I'm
on telly
repulsed.
all the time, and it's just
that is disgusting.
And I've met Theakston. He's a very nice gentleman, and the station very, very successful. But it's just, why you pretend? That's not a video camera. That's a very expensive TV camera.
Yeah.
It's not fallen over. A man has turned it on. Why are you pretending to laugh?
And
It's
also,
annoying.
How can you put heart in that? I don't understand. It's just taking a photo.
What does the show producer think about that? Was Max?
Yeah,
think
Max,
about
what
that?
do you think about that?
The what? Well, the crazy heart thing.
What we've just been talking about for the last 2 minutes because you told us to.
Yeah, I remember now. The heart thing. Yeah,
Let's move on. Let's
but-
move on, Max. What has got you angry this way? I've got to think of another thing to add to the list. What have you got angry about?
All right, well, on Friday, I was in the 99p store.
Already the best story of the night, I guarantee it at this point. Yes, Max?
Yeah, and I was stocking up, as you do.
Yeah.
And then there was only 2 tills in the 99p store, which is never good.
No.
And there was a really long queue in one of them. And then there was another one, which was apparently open. So I went over, and the woman said, "No, this till's closed." So I went and joined the other queue.
Yeah.
And this man came right behind me and went to the open till and just paid for his stuff and moved on. I came back, and once again she told me, "No, the till's closed." Whoa. So I went back, and now I'd lost my place in the old line.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing people go to the other till.
Yeah.
And I thought, what's this woman playing at? This is a joke.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money.
Oh, no, hang on. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Oh, look at this. The abuse just keeps growing. We'll go to Steve in a second. We're going to Canada to speak to Guy McClelland, who's emailed in, again, criticising me for some of the things. Guy, are you there?
Yes.
What can I do for you, Guy?
Sorry?
What can I do for you? What's your problem? What's your beef?
I just couldn't resist reacting to
I bet you
your
couldn't.
last couple of calls.
Okay, tell the listeners what your beef is. I believe is a Canadian phrase.
Okay, two things.
Yep.
Email. One is that opinions are not facts.
Okay.
So you ditched a caller when.
I didn't ditch any callers that didn't need ditching. You're correct. Opinions aren't facts.
Fair enough.
Opinions aren't facts, but a fact is that yesterday's show was one of the best. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't get that.
No, you wouldn't. What's your second point?
The other point was the. Sorry, I'm hearing myself on the radio. Sorry.
Okay. Can I refer to something in your email? Let's make this a little bit better. You say, I'm enjoying your shtick, but it does come off as though many of your callers are smarter than you. Are you putting yourself in that category, Guy?
No.
Okay. Just that you've written an email that has a sort of superior air about it, but is very, very flawed. Shall I point out some of the flaws in your email?
Sure.
Okay. First, one of them... your second point, it can be true that your very best show could be not a good show. That's wrong. And second, then you go on to say, I think an English term is garbage sorting. We don't even have garbage in this country. I had to ask Eloise what garbage was.
I thought it was a band.
Guy?
Yes?
Yes? Can't respond to that. Okay, that's fine. That's another indication.
You know what? I can't speak to whether or not you have garbage over there. I assume you do.
No, we don't. We have rubbish. And then you go on to say, I'm enjoying, and I've corrected the spelling of enjoying there, I'm enjoying the self-depreciating humour.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Sorry.
You're playing less intelligent than you really are.
You mean self-deprecating?
Well, we say depreciating.
Well, that's wrong, because depreciating is something completely different. The word is self-deprecating. But, Guy, listen...
We'll go with that.
Well, you will, because it's correct, and that's a fact. Guy, listen, good effort. I'll give you 6 out of 10.
Okay, well, thanks very much for calling.
You're welcome. There we go. What a delightful...
Polite.
I liked him. Listen, he was wrong on a lot of counts, but he was Canadian and he's very polite.
Yes,
I like
that.
the Canadian. So, Eloise, yesterday was a fun show, very light.
Yes, this is
Today's
an
show.
argumentative show.
It's got a bit nasty. It's got a bit dark. I blame
Halloween
Rocky.
It's very dark,
isn't it?
It's got very little. Let's get sad Steve from the States. Maybe that'll lighten things up. Steve, can you lighten us up a bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, wasn't that weird how he was a guy and his name was Guy?
It was very, very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, spooky.
And that Nathan didn't care much for him either.
No, well, Nathan was a muppet. Hey, Steve, listen, no one guessed what the two numbers on my hand were, 19 and 23. Shall I tell you?
Sure.
They're the measurements in centimetres of the width and the height of my of my cat flap.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's not a euphemism. It's a literal cat flap in a doorway. Because another cat came into our flat yesterday, and there was a cat fight going off in the flat. And my cat chased the other cat out, but there was such velocity in the other cat exiting, it ripped the cat flap off the door.
Wow.
So my £100 is safe, as is my
to buy
flap
a new cat
now.
flap.
Yeah, I have to buy a cat flap, £8.99.
You're left with quite a lot of spare change.
Yeah, very much so. So, Steve, what can we do for you?
Well, I basically called because I was so unimpressed with Nathan's argument.
It was poor, wasn't it?
On one hand, I can see how you can do your best and not be good.
Yep.
But on the other hand, he was a little jerk.
Well done, Steve. Well done. Hey, listen.
He should write that on his hand.
And exactly, and have the hand glued to his face. So that he could. And tomorrow we're having representatives from the BNP on. We're not. It's a private joke. We both listen to a radio show on another station. Well, they've been having members of the BNP on. It's very weird, isn't it, Steve?
Yes.
It's very weird and very strange listening. But Steve phones up and has a go, and well done you for that. Anything else, Steve, before we move on?
No, just some sycophantic laughter, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good lad.
Bye.
There we go. It's the real fake The Merchant impersonator.
Good evening, stranger.
Yes, it's terrifying, isn't it? Good evening.
I have 2 coded messages.
Okay.
first one is to Luke from last night.
Yes?
Luke, I am your father.
OK, lovely, yes.
The second one
Yes.
is to Davis. Rocky is good. Davis, we love you too.
No, we can't... Listen, Davis has been
Cut him
sacked.
off.
Can't really refer to that because it is pending possible criminal investigation. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you wish to give us a call. My name is Iain Lee. I'm now doing Fridays and Saturdays as well as Sundays. I'm still doing the Sundays.
Amazing.
And you're more than welcome to come in on the Sunday shows if you want.
Come and help?
You can come in on the Sunday
else I'm
shows.
out of a job.
You can come in on the Fridays and Saturdays. You're more than welcome on the Sundays anytime you want, Eloise. That's a fact. Tomorrow's show is going to be... we're going to have a director's commentary on Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Iain Lee, all one word, and I'll be, doing the director's commentary, telling what I think about the records.
What you really think.
What I really think.
Even really terrible stuff.
Even the U2 stuff, which contractually I have to say is brilliant, because they're coming on and we love them. And we do love U2. We do genuinely love U2. But on the Twitter, I'll be telling you what I really think, so that's good. And about the callers as well, so that's something. 0330 123 1215. You can email ian.lee@absoluteradio.co.uk. I'm just getting abuse on the emails. James Thomas, OMG. That means oh my God, right?
Yeah,
and you are means you're. Oh my God, you're such a bully. Stop being such a nasty git.
You see how he's not put his telephone on there, though? Howard.
Yeah, listen, if you want to come on and have an argument, don't send a cowardly email and run away.
At least put your phone number on.
Exactly, anyone can do that. Right, what we're going to do, we'll play Metallica, then we'll play some adverts, and when we come back, Eloise, let's just try and lift us out of this argumentative...
We'll lift the mood.
Yeah, let's come back with some fun, shall we? I think that's literally the very, very least we can do. Here's Metallica. Oh, it's not a slow one, is it? Yeah,
I think it might be.
Oh, balls.
Iain Lee. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
OK, it don't get much bouncier than this, OK? This is Iain Lee. I'm doing Fridays and Saturdays now, as well as Sundays, with Tim going. And Eloise is with me in the studio. Rocky is answering your phone calls, 0330 123 1215. By the way it works, you phone up, you speak to Rocky, he takes your name and number, he calls you back, so it don't cost you that much. But Eloise, you just told me something. We both share, what I think is quite a rare medical complaint.
I think it is, yeah. I don't know many people.
Tell the listener what we have.
I can't burp, and neither can Iain.
I can't burp, and as I can't make myself burp.
Neither can I. Even if I was to have 10 cans of Coke, still couldn't burp.
The only way I can do it, and when I don't drink anymore, when I used to drink and get very bloated and gassy with lager, is I'd have to put my fingers down my throat and waggle the back of my throat.
I met someone else who does that.
And it'll come out.
I daren't try.
It's horrible. But I can't make myself burp. Very, very occasionally, like a little tiny genuine one will come out. And I did a proper one. I did 2 yesterday. And it was like, whoa, 2 belches.
I get just the gurgle and it sounds like a frog in my throat, like...
Now, Rocky, can you burp? I'm not going to ask you to do it, but can you burp?
No, I can burp, definitely. The girl that we spoke to that shares your condition said that it was a relaxed sphincter.
Yeah. Apparently you've got them all over your body.
I have not got a sphincter in my mouth.
No, you've got one at the bottom of the mouth of your stomach, though.
Earlier on. Where's my sphincter?
You've got a sphincter. The sphincter is just a reference to a circular muscle.
A bumhole.
Apparently there's 6 throughout your body.
Well, this is the next hour and a half of the show. Where are the holy 6 sphincters?
I don't know,
of the human body. Does anybody know? So, one is obviously the anus.
Yes.
The other
anus.
The anus. The other one is, you're saying, is where?
I think there's one at the top of your stomach and at the bottom of your stomach.
So that's 3.
I think there's one also on the chest bone, joining the neck to the chest bone area. What's this bit here?
This is like sphincter
Adam's
heights.
apple.
You haven't got an Adam's apple. You're a girl. Girls don't have Adam's apple.
Yeah, but there must be a sphincter there. Because that's where I feel the gurgle.
But girls don't have Adam's apple. That's your solar.
No,
that's your solar plexus, isn't it? What's your solar plexus?
No, your solar plexus is down your belly. It's when you get winded, sort of. You can't see this on the radio, but around there.
Okay, so between your ribs,
underneath your breastbone
and your belly.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, I won't say her name, but she's had a horrible operation on her stomach. Horrible operation, but she's getting better, and that's great. And I saw her the other day, and how are you? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I had to have a new belly button made for me. The doctors had to make a belly button because they cut it off.
Belly buttons aren't even that nice. I would have said no, I won't have them
And you
this
don't
time.
need... And I said, well, you should have said, I don't want it. I want to be smooth down there. How great would that be? Just having...
Did they do an innie or an outie?
It's an innie. It's all... She'll have to show me. Oh, look at... Kana has sent me an email with the title Dickwad. I'm guessing that's referring...
to maybe you.
That's not one of the places where you find the sphincter, though.
No, thank you very much to... You probably won't read this out because you're a coward. No, okay, no, I won't read it out because it's full of filthy language. That's why I'm not going to read it out. I'm not... If you've been listening to the show, Kana, then you would know that I'm quite happy to argue with people and talk to them, but I'm not going to read it out because it's filthy. Jesus Christ. Of course I'm not going to read that out. But we are looking for the 6 sphincters of the human body, if anybody knows.
We've only got 3 down.
We've only got 3.
Need the other
and
3.
even that's questionable because we are not people of medicine.
Are there any... If there's any doctors listening to this, nurses, dental technicians, anybody who has any vets who's got any workings of the human body, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. We would love to... I know we're talking about things that have irritated you as well, and we mentioned this briefly last night. Another thing is those bloody Empire of the Sun. And I was going through my bag. I got sent the album yesterday, and I'm tempted to listen to it only because I've read so much about them. But the more I read about them, the more I hate them. Hey, we've not done many concerts, man, but we're planning to do a 10-hour theatre experience. Up yours. Up yours. I'm not coming to that.
Do expressive dancing at it as well.
And the thing is, the album's only got... I've only seen it get 3 out of 5 stars anywhere.
Both me and Rocky have heard it, and we didn't think it was that great, did we?
What can you describe it? What genre is it?
Electro pop rock.
Yeah.
It's a bit... it sounds a bit... you know. But in their interview, and I was telling you this yesterday, they were saying, someone asked them, what's the genre? And they went, is magic not a genre? Is the universe not a genre?
Well,
no.
The universe isn't a genre,
no,
is it? No,
neither's magic.
No.
A genre is horror.
Yeah.
You know, for films.
Or rock, pop and disco for music. They're the 3 flavours of
you can't
music.
Just pick them out of thin air.
OK, we have many things on the go now. Things that have irritated you, 0330 123 1215. Where are the 6 sphincters of the body? Which is, I think, my favourite topic. And also, if anybody's heard the Empire of the Sun album, it's currently at home, sitting on my shoe rack.
Shoe rack?
I've got a shoe rack.
Full of CDs?
Well, no, it's got shoes on it. But
Do your shoes go in the CD rack?
No, I keep my bag by it. Keep my bag by it. And as I was emptying it out today, and the Empire of the Sun is like... first of all, I took it to the CD player. I thought, no.
It doesn't belong there.
Then I took it to the bin. I thought, no. So I put it on the shoe rack. So
that's in the logical place.
It's midway between being listened to and being chucked away. So I need to know where that journey goes. 0330 123 1215. Let's listen to Simon, see what Simon's got to say. Then we'll have Susie in the Banshees. Hello, Simon.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the radio.
Why?
Because I have a mortgage.
Because you don't have money.
Well, no, I do have money, but I need more money.
Is that why you got extra shows?
No, it's partly because Tim Shaw getting sacked and partly because I'm the best presenter they've got on the station, yes.
I thought Jeff was.
No. Jeff's third best.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Great call. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Hopefully we'll have more of your insightful calls. Oh, shut up, it's Susie in the Banshees, Hong Kong Garden. I've just recognised what this is. This is great. OK, we're on the hunt for sphincters, and we're giving away £10,000 in cash. No, hang on a minute. That's something different, isn't it? There's no money being given away for this. But Michelle, you're in Woking.
That's right, yeah.
And I think that counts as a sphincter as well, doesn't it? No,
might as well.
I'm very familiar with Woking. Well, I went there once when I was 15. I don't know why I said I'm familiar with it. I don't remember it at all.
It was that good you've never gone back, huh?
That's correct. But you know about sphincters.
Yeah, well, I know where 2 of them are because I have problems with 2 of them.
OK. I'm amazed to find that there's more than one. Where are the 2 that are problematic in your life?
OK, in my bottom.
Oh, I know that one.
Well, there's an internal sphincter and an external sphincter muscle.
Oh, so there's another one up there.
Yeah, there's 2. One's for control and the other one's for, when Yeah.
Okie doke. Yes. So what? Your control one's gone, is it?
Both of them, yeah. It's a wonderful thing called childbirth, which you'll never know anything about.
Hang on a minute. Well, hang on a minute. You're saying if you have a baby, your bum breaks?
Well, it depends on the delivery, but mine was...
Did you deliver it through your bum hole?
Oh, I'm in pain just listening.
I don't like it.
Listen. Let's be delicate. We have got young ears listening, so let's be vaguely delicate. But this is what I thought was a beautiful thing that you were talking about. It turns out it's hideous. What happened?
Oh, okay. To cut a very long story short,
yes.
I've only got the one child.
Yes.
So that should tell you everything. That I've not gone back there.
Yeah.
And when I was finally admitted to hospital, I was fully dilated.
Right.
And baby was in distress, and I wasn't in a great way either.
Yes.
And there's a possibility, they could have lost.
Of course, yes.
And they gave me a small episiotomy, thinking, oh, she's never going to, push baby out first time, blah blah blah.
I'm not understanding all these words, but I'm still going along with it.
Oh, okay. An episiotomy is when they basically cut you down.
Oh no, they don't do that. They don't do that. No, they don't. Oh, they don't do that. They're not allowed to do that.
Can I just say, it does smart a bit. You can't imagine it stubbing your toe or anything.
Oh dear, they don't. No, I'm so naive. It's like, yesterday I didn't know we were at war with Italy, but now I don't know. Okay, yes.
So, because baby's in distress, so they cut me.
Yes.
Thinking,
you're in distress, thinking it'll even things up a bit.
Forceps delivery, get him out quickly. But I managed to push him out. And let's put it this way. Okay, I won't be crude, but I ripped from...
Oh, Michelle, no, I'm sorry. No, she's gone. She's gone. Listen, the funny thing was, right, when Rocky put her on, he said, be gentle with Michelle, she's nervous. She's got nothing to be nervous about.
Let it all out.
She's been to places with... Michelle, thank you so much for that. We're going to let you go. That's...
She can go through anything now.
Oh, Jesus, that really happened?
No, don't. I can't think about it. I'm in pain thinking about it.
Oh, no! Listen, babe, I've been so naive all my life. That's just, You started this, Eloise. You're talking about sphincters. You've scarred me. My mind has been abused
I think
by
I've
that.
scarred myself now.
Flip it.
Can I just point out that we've only actually found 2 of them so far?
I don't want to find any more.
There's another 4.
4 to go.
It can't be as bad as that, can it?
I hope we're moving upwards now.
I'm feeling nauseous. I don't know what that's just reminded me of. I don't know why that's reminded me of this. And I'm going to say something, and can I just, before any libel cases go, what I'm about to say is not in any way connected to this, and I don't know why it's popped into my head. But yesterday I did... I did something for the first time that I've never done before. And it's in no way connected. When I say it, it'll go, how is that coming to your head now? But I did something that I've never done before, right? I had a Subway sandwich. And it isn't connected at all. I don't know why. It's popped into my head, but it has. And can I just say to Subway that no, wonderful things. I'd never had one before.
That's great. Which one did you go for?
Well, I'm a vegetarian, so I have to go for the veggie option. Right?
With an extra lettuce.
And I thought I'd had one years ago, right? And I hated it. So I'd always gone, oh, no, Subway. Oh, no, you wouldn't. Yeah. I was so hungry. And I thought, I'm going to go in there. And it was the most delicious thing I've ever... It was wonderful. And
I don't believe it.
When she said... And I was so naive, and she said, would you like a foot and a half? And I didn't know she meant the sandwich. I couldn't understand a lot of what she said. And it got to the point where every time she said something, I went, yes. Yes. I didn't know what she was saying. I genuinely didn't. The sandwich is a foot and a half long. Do you want cheese on both sides? Yes. Mayonnaise? Yes. All the salad? Yes. And it's the most... can we get the show sponsored by those guys? Is it possible to do that?
After that link...
Yes, I did finish it. I was walking along, eating it, and had it all over my face.
Oh,
it was wonderful.
Like a 7-year-old child.
Yeah, oh, yes. 0330 123 12. A very odd show. Every time I try and...
Sphincter.
That's what we're playing. Can we get a jingle done? Every time I try and raise it up a little bit from... We've had arguments, we've had sphincters, we've had mutilation to women's private parts. It's been awful. And every time I try and lift it up a little bit, it just comes crashing back down. So what we're going to do, we'll play the Red Hot Chili Peppers, then some adverts, then we'll speak to Gary from Catford. And I know for a fact that he Gary, you'll be able to raise us up a bit, won't you?
Well, I know where there's another sphincter.
Oh, Jesus. I'm really doing my best, and it's just not... I wonder if John Osborne wants to start an hour early tonight, because I'm just not feeling this. I do apologise, listeners.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw.
Record. Iain Lee. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Well, Eloise has gone to the loo, and to be honest, I'm not disappointed to see her go for a little bit. It means we can have a breather, Rocky.
It's intense, isn't it?
Her bringing up sphincters has led to the most hideous phone call. I've been doing phoning radio for about 4.5, 5 years. That's the most hideous phone call I've ever had to deal with.
It's one word. It was the rip word. That was it. Somebody did call in with a joke to try and raise the bar a little bit.
About sphincters?
It was actually about how do you make a dog drink. I can't go into details. It's not really broadcastable.
Is it filthy?
Just a bit graphic, maybe.
Do you remember that advert there that reminded me? Do you remember in the 80s when they show, like, adult films, like, is it Midnight Run with Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
And it's got swearing in it, and it's famous because it's full of swearing. There's a brilliant scene in it where you see effing. But they used to show them at 5:45 on a Saturday afternoon. And instead of, like, being a mother effer...
Yeah.
It'd be like...
Funker.
You mother funker.
Yeah. Remember it well.
You fluffer.
I think something happened with an Eddie Murphy film like that as well.
Yeah, they did. There was an Eddie Murphy film.
You know, Beverly Hills Cop, possibly, something like that.
Yeah, and it's like... And sometimes it'll be the same actor, and sometimes it'll just be a bloke.
More often than not the same actor.
Just a bloke doing it.
So take, for example, you pretend to be Eddie Murphy, and I'll fill in.
Did he do that?
Something like that, yeah.
I'll do Robert De Niro.
Okay, you do Robert De Niro, and I'll do the fill-in actor.
Why, you mother...
Funker.
I'm gonna...
Funk.
Your...
Yes. No, that doesn't work.
I think it needs a little bit more preparation than that. But those people must be out of work that did those voiceovers, because they don't. But people who schedule TV now are sensible enough to go, oh yeah, let's not put a sweary film on at 5:45. Let's put it on at 11 o'clock at night.
And also, sadly, goodbye to the Red Triangle as well. Now that you mention it.
The Red Triangle, was that gay bar?
The Red Triangle was the Red Triangle that went up in the corner of the slightly bluer
Oh, was
films.
it red? I thought it was green.
Was it green? Was it?
It was a triangle. Gary,
what
what colour was the triangle?
I think it was red. I think Rocky's right.
Maybe it's right. But you know, if you saw it, it meant you're in for a good night. It's like Mum and Dad don't come downstairs.
I'm definitely not turning over now. By the way, there was a great one, Die Hard, talking about the swear words.
Oh, yeah.
Die Hard, yippee-ki-yay, Mother Hubbard. Which is just even better than the original.
It's a dying art form. I'm going to go home and redub all of my sweary films with just that. What fun. Gary, you're our last call on sphincters, and that's an Iain Lee promise. I'm telling you that for a fact.
Is that because I'm the last call you've got, or just the last call you're allowed?
It's the last call I'm allowed, because it's hideous. I thought, a little bit of fun there, little bit of fun. No, it's horrible.
When you've had as many eye tests as I have,
yes.
you begin to hear phrases at the doctors, or the eye doctors. What they call the opticians, aren't they?
They are called the opticians, yes.
And as you get older, you sort of think, hold on, I've heard that word before.
Yes.
There's the iris sphincter muscle.
Oh, man, this is just...
And it kind of goes around the iris.
Yeah, I bet it does.
It goes around the pupil of the eyes.
Have you got bad eyes, have you, Gary?
I have, yes.
Well, I know that for a fact, because I did a comedy gig once, and Gary came along, and he's a big lad. No, he's not got milk bottles on, but he tripped over and gashed his face.
No, it's my leg, mate.
There was blood everywhere, wasn't there?
It was my leg.
It was your neck, was it?
It was my leg.
Oh, your leg. Sorry, okay.
Yes, it was my leg. And what it was there were very low stools, and it was very bad lighting. And I managed to fall about 4 foot from you, and you didn't help at all.
Well, I didn't notice. I didn't notice you'd fallen.
I fell much like... You know, I could have fallen in a pool of yoghurt and you wouldn't even cared.
I cared, I was concerned, but I did go home going... The big lad fell over, well done.
Nobody, you know what it was? Nobody laughed. I went to a comedy club, fell over, and nobody laughed.
I've performed in comedy clubs and nobody's laughed. Let me tell you, it's not a pleasant thing. It's a bloody awful thing.
Dear me.
Anyway, so hang on, you've done your this is what I was going to ask you. I'm desperately trying to move away from bottoms.
Wait, are we trying to raise the tone of the show?
We're raising it. We've had arguments.
Shall I put on my posh voice?
No, that's just
okay,
pervy.
Okay.
But
Hi, Louise, by the way. What? Is Eloise back yet?
No, Eloise isn't back. I'm hoping she's forgotten her fob. I mean, she can't get back in. If she starts tapping on the window, I'll just turn away. I can't see her. But something we mentioned last night that we're going to talk about tonight is, and Rocky, have a think about this. Gary, when was... is your mother still with us, may I ask?
My mother is still with us.
OK, and... I mean, my mum is still with us, but she's not quite with us sometimes. I mentioned this yesterday, didn't I? Where she left a message on my phone saying, Iain, the lady from next door has been round. There are some people looking for you. She doesn't know who they are. Could you give them a call, please?
That's classic.
But Gary, when was the last time... You're in your 30s, aren't you?
Yes.
When was the last time you were told off by your mum? I bet it was quite recently.
I think it was probably Christmas. I think I was probably told off at Christmas for using the napkins at the Christmas table.
Using the napkins?
Yeah, because those aren't designed to be used, and I used them, and that got me the telling off.
My mum is constantly telling me off. I was on the Alan Titchmarsh show recently. Yeah, that's right. They paid me £100. Yeah, I know. And I did it for Mum, because Mum watches it, and a lot of my stuff is on Sky, or even worse. So I did it so that she could see it.
Dave. So when did you hear it on this morning?
No, can I just say I'm a big fan of Dave. I'm a big fan of Dave, genuinely. I love it. I do love it. So I was on the Alan Titchmarsh show, right?
Yeah.
And I phoned my mum up the next day, and I said, you can come back in now. And I said, what did you think? Did you enjoy it? She said, well, I did enjoy it. Didn't agree with what you're saying. But you know what, Iain? You need a bloody haircut and a good shave. And I was like, well, do you know what? And I'd actually had my hair cut the day before, and I'd had a shave.
Which one did you have cut?
Oh,
that's oh dear.
No.
Can I take that back?
That's a bit late.
Can we pretend it didn't happen?
Didn't have time to dump it or anything.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Can we just move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
You said to lose my life or lose my love.
Ooh, Eloise has got a fancy man.
Oh, well.
Alexander Jones. Hey, Iain. I think Eloise could be just the person to help you attract more female listeners to your Sunday night show.
I like Iain. I like him a
She's
lot.
certainly got the charm, and your show won't be just you and Rocky sitting in the studio. She'll add a touch of class and wittiness, and hopefully attract more female listeners, and in return get you more female callers. Great show tonight. Looking forward to your drive time cover as well. Kind regards, Alex. He wants to make love to you, wants to give you the sex. Someone who wants to give me the sex, I think, is Amy. Talking about Canadian slander. This email makes no sense. We talked to the Canadian fellow talking about self-depreciation, which is not the phrase. Depending on content, self-depreciation is to decrease value in what you might be saying, and self-deprecating is devaluing yourself. So actually, since you might have been vague in what you were saying, the Canadian was correct in his use of wording. Incorrect. Actually, and then she calls me a twit and ignorant. And I email back saying, thanks for the email, Amy. You're wrong. But you haven't got the guts to call in, so up yours, Dolores, is pretty much what we said there. So, have we got no phone calls, Rocky?
No, nothing there at the moment, no. Because I think you started chatting about mothers.
Oh, yes, go on. When was the last time you were told off by your mum?
Oh, last time I was told off by my mum. I told my mum that we'd had some a PVC window replaced in... This is going to be dull, isn't it?
Did you? No, listen, I've had windows installed. I know. Okay. Stay out of this, Eloise. This is a grown-up man's talk.
Double glazed, yeah.
Double glazed. Was it replacing wooden frames?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you idiot. You idiot.
Do you know what, as well? The guy came around and said, they're probably the original window frames that were here when the house was built.
Let's rip them out and put some horrible plastic in that won't expand and contract when the weather changes. You're going to get gaps.
Do you know when someone sort of surprises themselves with how angry they get?
Yeah.
She got really angry.
And she went mental.
Really upset with me. What are you doing?
I'm going to ask you, Rocky. What were you doing? Because the wooden windows probably not as expensive as the PVC.
The wooden windows. The problem with the wooden windows was there was a lot of rot, as you well know,
right,
with wooden windows, and you just want something that's going to keep the warmth in.
Well, this is what I did. I had my within a second, Annalise.
Can I just
Please
dip in? Can I use the two words secondary glazing?
No.
Thank God for that.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not an idiot.
I've really switched off on this.
That's when you have windows and you put like a second sheet of glass.
Oh, okay.
There's not proper double glazing. No, what I did, I had rotten frames.
Right.
Had it all ripped out.
Yeah.
And the quotes came round, and we wanted wooden sash windows.
Sash windows.
And by accident, we accidentally invited a PVC man round, and as soon as he came round, opened his suitcase and got out a little window, I was like, oh no. But we sat and listened to it. And they were more expensive by about £1,000.
Yeah.
We got the wooden frames, the wooden windows, perfect. Mwah!
But
double
is it double glazed?
Mwah! Double glazed. Mwah! Perfecto!
Boy, do I feel sheepish.
Yes, of course. You even got a little bit of the, what do they call the coloured glass?
Oh, like a stained glass
Can't call
effect.
it coloured glass these days. Stained glass, that's it. Yes.
Right, yeah.
Stained glass. We had a big row with him about that because he forgot to put it in. He stuck it in with a bit of glue.
Did he have to take it out again?
No,
he just stuck the glass on over the glass.
Yeah, he sort of did a little bit. It's not very good. It was a little bit rubbish. We had a massive row about it.
My thing now is that my new window, I never need to do anything to that ever again. Whereas you, my friend, will either have to get up a ladder yourself or get a man in, sand it down, put some primer on.
Sorry?
Paint it again.
Is that what they told you?
That's what you have to do every year.
Is that what they told you? Because that is balls.
So there's no maintenance required
That's
on your
hairy
window
balls.
at all?
Probably not for about another 15 years. No. Then in about 15 years we'll start looking at it and maybe...
I find that hard to stomach.
Are there any... All right, can we have... What I want is a carpenter and I want a PVC window salesman to call up, please. 0330 I know it's a long shot. It's a long shot, but we might get something. Or someone who wants to pretend to be those people. I don't mind. It don't really matter. 0330 123 1215. We've got someone who works with real windows and someone who works with PVC frames.
Or conservatories.
Look at the phones.
Possibly.
Going mental there.
Yeah.
Or conservatories. Thing is, you're going to get cracks between the window frame. I can't believe we're doing this.
Already got them.
There you go, you see. Your mum was right.
Yeah, but just get some filler, fill it up, paint over.
What an idiot.
See what I mean?
Eloise, we'll come to you in a few moments. Have a ponder. Can I ask how old you are? Let me guess how old you are.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the thing where I'm polite,
Do you want to do the tapping my head thing like a magician?
26.
No.
32.
No.
28.
No.
You're not younger than that.
I am.
Oh, it makes you sick,
What did
doesn't
you
it?
just say? What have I got wrinkles galore then?
You look quite old. That's a compliment to some...
Not to people.
No.
My age.
22.
No.
Older.
Yes.
24.
No.
5.
Yes. After about 100 guesses.
Well, I said 26 was the first one. You could have just said, well, you won out.
Well, no. Where's the fun in that? It would have gone a lot quicker.
Rob's called in.
Yeah, you're after a carpenter. I've got a massive tool in my hand right now.
Right.
You sort of asked for that, didn't you, really? That's great. What was it? Was it a hammer or...?
No, it was his penis, I think, is what he's referring to. Right, we'll play the Hoosiers. What a silly name for a band. Then when we come back, you can tell us when the last time your mum told you off, OK?
OK.
Yeah, OK, well, calm down.
Iain Lee. Hello. Absolute Radio.
Coming up in about 2 minutes, the best song ever written by an Australian band about onanism. What a fantastic record coming. Isn't it? It's a good song, isn't it?
Buzzcocks?
No, an Australian band.
In Excess.
No, about onanism.
I mean, I know what onanism is. Let's not go into details.
I don't, actually.
It's that.
Ah?
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you're only 26.
5.
The next big one's 30, so get used to it. The Divinals, I Touch Myself.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. Didn't realise they were Australian.
I think they are.
I can't tell in the accent as well.
Well, no, when they sing American. I think they're Australian. I bought the single. They're the single, actually, because it was a good song and the cover was sexy. Very quickly, Alana's emailed in. Alana, you're an idiot, or as you spell it, an idiot. An idiot. Can't even spell idiot. A few things. You misquote me. I didn't say last night was my best show, so that makes you stupid. And everything, you've spelt the word idiot wrong.
And
so,
proves is proves.
So, just, Alana, do go and listen to Talk Sport, because I don't want you listening to this show.
Look, it's the last hour of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's not get off on the wrong foot.
You're right. Let's go back to Windows.
Let's go back to Windows.
Jonathan!
Hiya.
Hello, you could throw some light on Windows, because this is what Absolute needs you had terrible figures last time. This is what we need to get them back.
Yes.
Don't you worry, I'll tell Mr. Grace when he's back from India. Jonathan.
Well, okay. I don't really sell any windows or anything or install them, but I had a friend of mine who had a estimate from one of the
don't mention any names.
brokers.
Yes.
And he was considering whether to put the wood in or whether to put the UPVC.
I bet he was.
Because the UPVC cost almost anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pounds more per unit.
Yep.
And he was told that if he put the UPVC in, it would lower the value of his house 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And if you put it in the double glazing wood, it would raise it for 5. Hello?
Well, I was going to say something very rude there. I was going to say we're all touching ourselves, or we're not. It was just kind of a weird... Very quickly, Amy has emailed in. I've been having a little argument with Amy. Amy, listen, you haven't got the guts to call in, but she's not enjoying it, but she's still listening. Just one thing, if you're going to quote me or say I've said it, get it right. I did when I was arguing with earlier. If you missed the arguments, download the podcast because it's just full of arguments. I didn't say... I did agree that opinions are not facts. I didn't agree with the Canadian that what I said was an opinion, not a fact. Just to be precise there, Amy, because I know that you do want to be precise. If you're not going to call in, don't bother emailing in because I will delete them because they're actually quite dull. There we go. Just to get that.
Point made.
Yes, there we go. It's a bit of jazz, shall we? That's all we need, I think. 0330 123 1215. Who's that clicking? It's not you.
Not me.
It's not me. It's what's his face? It's Rocky. That's a good click.
It's loud.
Let's see who's got the bit right. Eloise, you just click on your own.
Weak.
Rocky? Okay, here we go.
Yours is more snappy.
That's hard. I used to be a hypnotist. Oh, I can't do that. Don't, you'll burst an artery. I can't do that, man. And it is wicked what you're doing, but I can't do it.
Well, wicked.
Can't do it. Oh, don't. It sounds like...
No, it doesn't sound like that.
Oh, dear. It's really been a very seedy show this evening, and I do apologise. Well, let's... The few things... Oh, we were going to ask you, Eloise, when were you last told off by your mum? That was what we were going to ask you, yes.
I can't really remember, but the last memorable time, the one that really sticks in my head, I was telling someone yesterday... I secretly got my lip pierced.
Oh.
If my dad's listening, I'll be in a lot of trouble because he still doesn't know.
But there's not a piercing in it now?
No, but I've got a scar there now.
Okay, yeah.
And anyway, so I borrowed money off my mum.
Yeah.
And this was quite a few years ago. And I went and got it pierced. And that night I pulled it out with some pliers. And I brought home my friend's stuff, like my friend's clothes, and said, oh, this is what I bought with your money.
Yeah.
And she obviously saw that I didn't read Jane Eyre and didn't wear a size 6 clothes and thought this is a bit strange. And I said to her, oh, look, Mum, I've got a spot. And obviously she looked a bit close and thought, that's not a spot, that's a hole.
Yeah.
And realised that I'd had my lip pierced. So she let me carry on for 2 whole weeks and I kept putting in the piercing at night, the ring at night, and then taking it out of the day, so it got quite infected.
Yeah.
And she let me carry on with this until it got really bad infected.
She had a gangrenous mouth.
Yes, and they said to me, so Louise, you got that £20 you owe me? And I was like, oh, well, I wanted to tell you something actually. And she was like, I know. And then I carried on lying. I was like, what do you know? Yeah. I thought, I'll backtrack. This is big, bad news. And she went, I know you've had your lip pierced. And I went, oh, well, since you know then, can I keep it in? No.
That's kind of quite a big lie to tell to your mum, though.
I know.
But you've not been told off recently. I think maybe it's only men that get told off in their like, sort of, it carries on into their 20s and 30s.
I'm quite a mummy's girl.
My mum doesn't tell my sister off. I don't think she tells my sister. No, I don't think she has, Tom. But she will tell me off and tell me if I've done wrong and tell me if I look silly or, if I've done something naughty.
Yeah, no, I can do no wrong in my mother's eyes.
0330 123 1215 for that is the telephone number, dear listeners, and we'll take calls straight to air from about 12:30, so we'll see how that goes. But good.
I'm looking forward to that. I've never been here for the calls straight to air. I love it.
It's rubbish and it's lazy.
It's
I
brilliant.
Know that. Well, it can be, but it was good last night, actually. It worked very well last night. It ended delightfully last night with us all singing You Are My Sunshine.
That was lovely.
Won't be as good tonight.
No.
Good Jinder, you've called in.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, man.
I'd like to unofficially announce that I'll be providing the official, unofficial commentary on your commentary, and maybe the show tomorrow on Twitter.
OK, so if anyone doesn't know, I am on Twitter, Iain Lee, all one word. Do follow me. I'm still behind Nihal.
And I'm G the G, in case you...
And what?
I'm G the G, in case you want to go on.
How many followers have you got at the moment, Gajinder?
24.
24. And you're G the G. I'm guessing that by 1 o'clock, you'll have 22.
I've got 24 now, so that... Oh, OK.
Yeah,
you think I'll get less?
You got it. You'll get what I got the other day when I was being rude about the Pet Shop Boys during the Brits. Unfollowed. I had someone say, "Why are you being so nasty?" Unfollowed.
Can you see when people do that then?
Well, yeah, it says unfollowed.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's kind of harsh. Or maybe she just wrote to me unfollowed. Maybe you can't see. I don't know. I'm a bit worried. Well, Gajinder, give us a call back before the end of the show and let us know how many followers you've got.
OK, are you still behind Nihal? Or have you caught up with him today?
I'm still behind Nihal.
Oh, OK.
Yeah, tell me about it. So I'm going to be doing a commentary on tomorrow night's show. If you've enjoyed Fridays and Saturdays, I'm doing them from now on. But I also do Sunday nights as well, so you can come and listen on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock. And tomorrow's show I'll be doing a commentary. Are you on the Twitter, Eloise?
I'm not, because I can't think of a username, remember?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it is pointless. Ultimately, it's pointless and soul-destroying. There's nothing to be gained from being on there. But it's, it seems to be... let's just take this call. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Who's your favourite Morim? Who's your cat? Morim and cat.
OK, lovely. But more of that at about 12:30. I don't know, Rocky. I just don't know. I made the mistake of taking that call and... absolutely pointless, I will say. There's a thing. Are you racking a call up, or should we...
Sorry, I was on the phone there.
What was that? Hopefully it was to a caller to the show.
Yes, no, but I was going to call somebody back when you... I'm going to do it right now, OK?
OK, we'll wait.
And his name is Jim.
OK, we'll wait.
So, just... Have you got some incidental music or something you can play while we're...
I'm playing it now.
Yeah, hang on.
The old producer would have had the call backed up. We'd have gone to them.
Well, do you know... can I be honest? Can I be honest?
Yes, go on.
OK, I was chatting to Sue.
Jim!
Hello. I'm here, yeah, speak to me.
Hello, Jim in Somerset. What can I do for you? Can I just say Somerset is not spelled S-U-M-M-E-R-S-E?
No.
Davis.
No.
Anyway, Jim, are you on speakerphone?
No, I'm on hands-free.
Are you driving?
I am, but I can pull over anyway.
No, don't worry. I'm not a fan of the hands-free. But anyway, yes, go on. What have you got for us?
Right, being told off by my mum recently.
Oh, fantastic!
Well, it was back, I'm going to pull over, I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, you pull over, and then come off the hands-free, because it sounds rubbish, if we're honest.
Is that any better?
Oh, lovely.
There we go, good. How old are you, Jim?
I'm 36. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry,
Steady, watch your language. Don't worry, there's a category.
Yes, sorry.
Apologies
I
for
turned the engine off and
the
mute button turns itself off.
OK, well done.
Yeah, I'm 36.
Yes.
And I recently got told off by my mum.
And what for?
I sent her a joke text message.
Yeah.
And it was basically one that you send to 10 friends. I'm moving to France on the 8th of January.
Is this the joke?
Yeah, it was.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Before you tell us the joke, tell us what specifically why your mother told you off.
Right, because I sent her it, and she didn't realise it was a joke. She thought it was serious. So she then got all moody and wouldn't speak to me.
Okay. Is your joke in any way racist?
No.
Is it in any way homophobic?
No, it's not really. It's just a...
Is it in any way disableist?
It's a silly text message, that's all it is.
It's none of those things?
No.
Oh, well, tell us it anyway.
Right.
Well, don't worry.
Right, all it is, it's like... it says, I'm moving to France on the 10th of January.
Yes.
Forgot to tell you, hope it all goes well, I'll keep in touch. And then when you scroll down the message, at the bottom it says, send to 10 friends and see which idiots ring you back. So I sent it to the sort of first 10 on my phone, and my old dear was one of them. But then I phoned her about an hour or two later for something else, and she was really off with me. And
because you're moving to France, or because you called her an idiot?
She thought I was moving, yeah. And she said, well, what are you doing? When are you moving? Why didn't you tell me?
Did anybody understand that? I'm not quite sure. Bless him, he'd been told off. Rocky...
He just got told off by his mum. That was it.
We were all nervous about
the
joke,
though, weren't we? Well, no, I'd heard it, which is why... No.
Oh, you knew it was
and
rubbish.
It just wasn't a very good joke.
only person. If anybody, listen, if any of my friends are listening to this, they're not. They're bored of my job now. But they are. For the first couple of years, Ian's on telly.
Call in, did they?
Ian's on the telly. Ian's in the Evening Standard. Ian's boring now. But you get on all these awful forwarded jokes. No, scroll down. This one's funny.
Yeah.
Scroll down. This my friend Alex Lowe sent me one the other day.
Oh, does he?
Scroll down. This one's funny. Well, it's not really.
I hate them forwards.
They're awful, aren't they?
Delete.
Yeah, I don't bother looking. And if anybody sends me a link for YouTube saying you're like this, I won't. I delete them. Thank you. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. I have a few more calls, then we'll do some calls straight to air, which could be fun or not.
Her face is a map of the world, is a map of the world.
This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Be with you in a second, Rocky. I'm just having a chat with Eloise, all right?
Yeah, no problem. You carry on, mate, yeah.
All I'm doing is passing on my knowledge to a young lady who wants to make it in radio, Rocky, and I'm passing on my many years of experience from working at XFM. Got sacked from there twice. LBC.
Do you know that I worked with you at XFM as well?
Oh yeah, we did when I did the breakfast show.
You did a breakfast show, yeah.
With Natasha, very briefly. But do you know what? Because Richard Park was running the station then. Do you remember him? And he kept saying, him and the Aussie guy kept saying, we want you to do breakfast. Kept saying, we want you to do breakfast. And I didn't want to do it. I was only doing radio for a laugh, because I was, like, doing telly then and stuff. So we want you to do breakfast. We want you to do breakfast. Be with you in a second. Oh, hang on. I can't get it to come through. And I didn't want to do it, and so they got me on a trumped-up charge and booted me off.
Oh.
Trumped-up charge it was the first time. Second time, I deserved the sack. Alan Caddick!
Hello, Ian!
Hello!
It's a bit of a voice to see you on a Saturday night Sunday morning.
No! I remember what it was. I did the breakfast show for a week.
Yeah, you sat in for Christian.
I sat in for Christian.
Yeah.
And we got in the papers. This is brilliant, right? And I should have got a job on the back of this, and I didn't. We got in the papers because there was a competition where we gave away a crate of beer or something. And these two blokes phoned up, right? And they'd been very mysterious. And there was a bloke shouting in the background. They go, "Shut up! Will you shut up? We're on the radio." And it turned out they were coppers. And this bloke in the back was a prisoner they'd arrested. And they phoned up to win a crate of beer. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was in the Sun the next day.
Oh, my God.
Did they tell us? I don't think they said they were coppers. Or maybe they did.
They
teased them.
I can't remember. The prisoner was the one who complained.
He did,
saying that they were supposed to be taking me to court or whatever, and they stopped to phone in on your show.
He was like shouting. They kept going, will you shut up? We're on the radio. Have some of that. It was the funniest thing, man. The best thing. Hey, Alan Caddick, how you doing, fella?
I'm not bad, Ian.
What can
I've got a bit of a question to ask you.
I've got a question to ask you.
Well, can I ask my question first?
No, I'm going to ask my question first. As Jeremy Kyle would say, I think this is called the Jeremy Kyle Show. He says that on his show. When people get too arsey, he goes, I think it's the Jeremy Kyle Show. Will, give us those all-important DNA results. Alan, where were you yesterday and at the start of tonight's show?
Because tonight I was at my mum's birthday party.
OK, I'll let you have that. Where were you yesterday?
Having sex with my girlfriend.
For 3 hours? Let's not go there. Listen, you know I'm doing Fridays and Saturdays from now on, don't you, Alan?
Oh, right, you're covering the tin door.
No, it's not cover work. He's got the boot, Caddick.
What happened?
I'm not allowed to say, but it'll be on an internet forum somewhere. Anyway, Alan, what can we do for you?
I was going to say, is it normal service tomorrow night? Well, I should say tonight, which is tomorrow night.
It's normal except that Davis is suspended.
Why?
Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
There was an incident. Anyway, Alan, what do you want?
Ryan Reynolds!
That's it. That's all he wanted. We sat through that rubbish for that. All right, listen, we'll play Queen. When we come back, we'll take your call straight to air. 0330 123 1215 Triple M. There's a 7-second delay. Don't swear. Don't be libellous. I'll explain the rules after this. Thank you.
I've never seen anything like it. Rocky is
Why has he
cacking
gone
himself.
back in
He's
there?
gone back in there. You don't know what to do. for
Because
this
I've
next
got no
bit.
headphones in there, and it's just I feel like a loose wheel.
There is. You've been that for the last 2.5 hours, mate.
You're
So,
right, actually.
There is. You can stay there if you want.
Yeah.
Let me explain how this works. We're in two studios. Eloise and I are in the studio where we're playing the records, and I've got the faders. Rocky is in the next studio. There's glass between us, a window, I believe they're called.
Yes.
That's the
A
thing.
wooden window.
A wooden window, and you've been putting the calls through so far, but now for the next half an hour, we're going to take the call straight to air.
Brilliant.
So there's nothing for you to do.
There isn't.
But why don't you sit in here?
I'm going to go and get some headphones and make myself home. It just, do you know what? I just feel awkward that I don't have anything to do.
I'll put my trousers back on if that makes you feel better. You can stay in there if you want. It just seems a little bit...
No, because then it's going to seem rude. If I stay
Rude.
here while you do that, it's going to seem rude.
Rude is the word.
So I'm going to go and get some headphones. You carry on chatting to
Okay.
people, and I'll join you in a minute.
Good lad. I meant to cue another record up then, and I didn't. So hang on, we just had Queen.
Okay.
I'm going to read some songs out, Louise. Pick a song.
Okay.
The Snow Patrols. Paul Weller, You Do Something To Me.
A bit slow.
A little bit slow. Bruce Springsteen, Cover Me. Coldplay, Life in Technicolor. Or the All American Rejects.
Hate that song.
Oh, okay. Well, that's narrows it. So you've got to pick one of those.
Okay, I'm going to go for The Boss.
You're going to go for Bruce
Don't you
Springsteen.
normally play something by the Beach Boys at some point in the evening?
Well, if it's on this list of songs that they give me that I have to play, then yes, I do. But it's not on here. Not been done. Not, Bruce Springsteen. You're a little bit awkward. 033. Oh, we've got a jingle for this, haven't we? Hang on. Let's. We've got it. Let's use it. Here we go.
It's time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
Sorry, are you laughing at my jingles?
This is dangerous.
Well,
Builds it up a lot.
It builds it up a lot. I mean, it's like the
Do that
theatre of
again.
Okay.
I'm going to pull my fader down.
Okay.
It's time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
All right, so that's that.
That was much better.
That's good. And then I'm going to come with some music that makes it sound really dangerous. Okay, so here we go.
It's time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
Just ramps up that air of, oh, anything could happen, anything. Oh, look out!
It's like the Tetris music.
It's like the Tetris music. If I had my iPod working, we could hear the Tetris music.
You know, I texted, even despite the fact that he's been banned, I did text him to find out where the lead was.
Yeah.
Didn't
get
reply.
back. Yeah, didn't get back. That's because he's probably talking to his solicitor about that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's stop talking about him.
Yes, line 2, you're on the wireless.
I've got a dirty.
Yes, okay. The more you hear this, the more you realise it's not funny. Oh, what's going on here? Every time I do that, that comes up. There we go. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
When I was younger, I wished that Juliet from Dogtanyan was my mother. Is that wrong?
I know what you mean about Juliet from Dogtanyan. I sort of had a bit of a crush on her, I think. That she was kind of sexy. You don't remember Dogtanyan, do you? One for all and all for
I
one.
do, yeah.
Musker hounds are always ready. One for all and all for one. Helping everybody.
I'm enjoying it,
One
though.
for all and all for one. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
That was yesterday's show.
There we go. That's, yes, okay. Let's try. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Ian, I've got something to tell you.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I've got a dirty.
Okay. He adds kind of a melodic. It's like he's singing, I've got a brand new combo harvester. I'll give you the key. I've got a dirty. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Who's your favourite Maureen?
Okay, yes. I should say, by the way, we operate on a 7-second delay. That means what you're hearing now, we are saying 7 seconds prior to that.
Time warp.
Time travellers we are.
Yeah, we are kind of. But it means if you do phone up and swear or you say something naughty that you shouldn't, we can drop
Banish
that
it.
bit, but it doesn't get played, and we have the technology to ban you from ever calling in the radio station again. So, but just be careful. Apart from that, anything else goes. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, mate.
It's Theo Watkins here.
Hello, Theo Watkins.
Hello, Eloise.
Hello.
Eloisen.
Eloisen.
Theo sent me an email here. He was upset because Rocky didn't call him back.
Oh.
And I called him hello, darling.
Good. Well done, Rocky. You're getting the thumbs up there. You did good.
You know what? I phoned up and he said Theo Watkins, and then about 2 seconds later he goes, right, what's your name?
All right, well, that's the problem. So if you've got beef with him, then you need to sort that out.
I am a spoon. Sorry,
I'm gonna
Theo.
come over there and
Please do.
Poke you in the eye.
Oh.
He's got glasses on. He'll need to take those off first.
No, I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah.
You're gonna go straight through them, aren't you?
Right,
aren't you, Theo? I can
right
hear it. Straight through them.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm sorry, Rocky. There's no need for you to take that abuse. No, not at all. That was unfair. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
I've got it dirty.
Okay, I see how this is going to go for the next 25 minutes. Sometimes it's like that. Let's try. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, you know that thing about the woman's thingy splitting?
Yes, that's not, actually. It's going to be a long one. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Bumhole.
Did you say bumhole?
I think he did.
Was it bumhole you said?
Yeah.
OK, well done. He did say bumhole. I think he expected to get cut off straight away, but line 9, you're on the wireless.
Oh, come on, fish. Sexy little fish. As you kiss me, fish. Don't you know I wish I could kiss you, baby.
Yeah, OK, let's... this is fun, this, isn't it? It's good. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Iain, mate, my sphincter's well done.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's nearly 1 o'clock. I think we can... So, line 4, you're on the wireless.
For your producer, a classic Triple M call. Rocky.
On the old place, we did a Rocky chant that went on for about 5 minutes. One thing we did do, when I knew I was leaving, right? When I knew I was leaving, and I didn't get on my boss, and I knew I was leaving, and I had a drum roll that was a loop. And it went for 3 minutes, and we had a computer system, Burley, where you could keep clicking back on it, so it didn't sound broken, so it went on. We put out a question, someone answered it, I went, are you right? Brrr. The drum roll, I was dared to do it by Helen, who I was working with, the drum roll lasted 7 minutes. 7 minutes! 7 minutes! I knew I was leaving. Good lad, he's still going on. Let's have a bit of Bruce Springsteen and see if he's there when we get back.
This is
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Hang on a minute. Rocky's moved into the studio. You're on that one, I'm guessing. There we go. You're there.
Yeah, hello there.
Rocky's moved into the studio, and you're a seasoned professional. You've been working in radio for many, many years.
Oh yeah,
at various stations.
Thousands.
Both you're at XFM. It was there to hear, wasn't it?
Did a bit of Radio 1, a bit of all sorts.
Who did you work with on 1? Was it
No? I don't know.
My nemesis.
No, the old school Radio 1.
Not
Trevor Nelson, Pete Tong, Judge Jules.
That's not old school. Old school Radio 1 is like DLT. That's what I was thinking. Simon Bates.
No.
Trevor Nelson, eh?
Yeah.
Judge Jules once had a go at me once. Quite rightfully so. I asked him an inappropriate question on a television show. He went, you're cutting that out. I was really worried. Sorry? You're cutting that out. We did. It was inappropriate. I shouldn't have asked him anyway. I don't know. I was being told to in my ear by the producer. I was young. I was an idiot. So where were we going there? There was something talking about you being experienced. Oh, yeah. And so I've been back counting. So the show ends dead on 1 o'clock with the song finishes and then it goes into the ads. And you just said, don't bother.
I mean, really, I think that, of all the skills that a DJ needs, being able to back time something to 1 o'clock on the dot, in your case, isn't necessarily...
I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it.
All right, just carry the one. And,
I've done it. It's done it. 55:30. And we're playing Paul Weller. You do something to me. It's too late to get a Beach Boys song. Won't worry about it. But then but the timing's different on there to it is on this bit of paper. 1 o'clock. Bang on 1 o'clock. John Osborne. Is it John Osborne? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it should be, though.
It should be. If everything is right in this world...
In an ever-changing world.
It should be. Shall we see if Gary's still doing the Rocky chant? Shall we have a little listen in?
Rocky.
Good lad! Thank you, Gary. There we go. What a good lad. It's Triple M. Your call's going straight away. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. 7-second delay. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Don't be too naughty. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Party!
Here we go. We did a Pradeep last night. Should we do a Pradeep now?
Okay.
You want to do a Pradeep, please?
Yeah, sure.
We've got to see who can do the longest Pradeep.
Okay.
I do the longest Pradeep in the world, okay? So you're doing Pradeep, okay? That's what you've got to do. We'll see who can do it the longest. So, I'll do it. It'll be 3, 2, 1, go.
Right.
Okay, so... You can play along at home as well if you want. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I was about to go and I carried on! I was about to go! I had saliva in my mouth. That was the problem. I didn't swallow before I started.
I was close. Do you know what? I sort of felt it a little bit rude, possibly impertinent, to sort of take you the first time.
What a gentleman. Hey, it's like smoking the wacky backy and a bit lightheaded all of a sudden, huh? Let's get some Twixes, let's get some munchies. I hate it when stand-ups do, have you ever smoked a bit of weed? Smoke a bit of weed and you run out of Rizzlers. So you go down to the garage at the petrol station and then you think, I'll buy a Twix. And the worst one, I saw an impressionist years ago. And he's going, I was at a party and I was smoking a bit of weed. And I thought, I wonder what Scooby-Doo would be like if he was stoned. I bet it'd be something like this. And he just started doing, and then I thought, I wonder what Victor Meldrew would be like if he smoked a joint. I didn't believe. It was the worst. Actually, now I think about it, it's quite a good act. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Tonight on the Iain Lee Show, we learnt that when it comes to sphincters, Ian's got piles.
Yeah, I have got piles. Next Friday morning. They're
what are you having done to them?
I'm having them banded. No, not lanced.
Banded?
Banded, yeah.
Does that mean that they're wrapped?
They put an elastic band around it. They drop off. It's like, yes, the blood stops going to it, so they fall off.
Shrivel.
Oh.
So painful.
Like raisins.
Oh, sun-dried.
Oh, no, come on now. This is my bum I'm talking about. It's horrible. Let's try line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
If the beans don't get you, the fish will.
There we go. That's something to be worried about, isn't it? 6, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, Ian.
Yeah.
Basically, I need help with my media studies coursework, innit?
Your media studies coursework, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what can we do for you? We've got 3 of the brightest minds in broadcasting at the moment.
Yeah, cool. Basically, I'm doing a comedy, innit? I'm making a trailer for a comedy movie.
Yeah.
And because you're a comedian, innit, I need your help.
Okay, well, yeah.
Basically, you got to come up with some scenes, innit, so we can film it.
Hang on a minute. So you're making a trailer for a comedy movie that doesn't exist, and
it does. Yeah, well, it's gonna later.
Okay,
make it.
So you need to come up with some scenes to film it.
Yeah, just think of like some funny predicament or something.
Oh, okay, and you want us to do that for you?
There's the banana skin.
There's the what?
The banana skin.
Yes, tripping on a banana.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. We'll put it in, like, randomly in the trailer.
That's funny. You could do a thing where, there's a man... Is it a man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets stuck in a phone box.
How? Where's the lock?
There's no lock. A truck backs up onto it. That's it. He's in a phone box, a truck backs up onto it, and he can't get out.
We were on a budget, like, I'm only 17, like.
Oh, well, in that case, up yours. Oh, come on now. You should think of it yourself, young man. This is what it's all about. Think of these things yourself.
I couldn't work out if he wanted you to come up with a film and then the trailer for the film, or just the trailer.
I think it's just the trailer. The trailer. So they're going to film, do a fake trailer.
For a film that
A frailer, I believe it's called. By the way, Vinny, who calls in regularly, hasn't called in tonight because he's probably in bed. He's made a film, and it's called The World According to Vinny, and it's on YouTube, and we've all seen it. It's
very funny.
It's very fun. It's very rude.
It's quite touching, I thought.
It is quite a bit of Vic Chestnut music in the background. It's quite touching. So if you go to on the YouTube, The World According to Vinny, type in Vinny and Iain Lee and something, and it should come up. And I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, Line 5 hasn't called in for a while. Good evening, Line 5.
All of which makes me anxious.
Oh. Now, how do you want to do this? Do you want to finish your call now, or do you want to stick around? It's the anxious man. You've got to treat him with... He's going to stick around, I think. He's not... OK, well, in that case, I'll warn you when we're going to Paul Weller, OK? And that's probably when we'll have to say goodbye. So you stay there until then. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Monkey magic! Monkey magic! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Monkey magic! Monkey magic!
Monkeys!
It's probably one of the worst straight-to-air calls that we've ever had. But
Well done. I imagine that he feels very proud of himself.
Oh, he's very
Pleased as
excited.
punch.
Yes,
Pleased as punch.
definitely. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, what happened to Nick Shaw?
To Nick Shaw?
Yeah.
Is he your favourite?
Good. I thought he was going to take over your show, but now you've taken over his.
I've taken over Nick Shaw's show, yes.
Why wasn't it the other way round? Why didn't he take over yours?
Because he's not very good. Well, first of all, he's not as good as me. Sorry?
I think not.
You think not what?
He does stuff.
He says stuff?
He does stuff.
Well, like what stuff does he do? I've never listened.
Oh, he gets some great guests, and he interviews models.
He interviews models. Well, do you know what? That's dull and lazy. Well, name a great guest he's got in, this Nick Shaw.
I don't know, but that's the great thing about him.
That's the great thing about him, yeah. And he's your favourite, is he?
Of course he
I can say, with my hand on my heart, and I swear to God and on my grandparents' grave, Nick Shaw will never work on this station again.
Oh.
There we go. That's... He just did a sex noise there, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Look, Marty in New York doesn't happy either.
Is he not?
No. Observation: Tim is more daring than you, Ian.
No.
What does he has freaks in the studio? You only deal with them on the phone. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, Nick Shaw is not coming back. Nick Shaw. It's great, isn't it, when they're your he's my favourite, but I don't actually know what he's called. The best one is I had someone phone up once thinking I was James Whale. And they told me I was James Whale. It was wonderful. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, you know when you went on to Subway the other day?
Yeah.
Did you have the 6-inch or the foot-long in your mouth?
Foot and a half.
I had the foot and a half in my mouth.
Whoa, you can take it big.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did it gently at first, and, you know, I tried to chew on bits of it, but it was wonderful.
Did it get smaller as it went in?
Yeah, it did. That was strange. Shall we explain the joke here, William? I'm talking about a sandwich, and you're talking about a penis.
Yes.
Great call. Thanks very much.
Funny.
Did you enjoy that, Anxious?
Hello.
Yeah, he's still there.
I am Mr. Echo.
Okay, well done. That's Anxious Man. He'll be there for the whole night. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Yay! It's Lee Benet's birthday. I forgot last year, so I'll get that out of the way. Do you want to play a party game, everyone?
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Right. The next person to speak is a bummer.
At times unbearably so.
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
And now for the other half of that classic Triple M call.
Oh.
Gary Schiffman, Gary Schiffman, Gary Schiffman, Gary...
Oh, I wish I had time to explain my history. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Is that Ian?
Yes.
Yeah, Ian, right. How you going, pal?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good, pal, thanks. It's Trevor in Sheffield.
Hello,
pal.
Trevor.
Yeah, right, well, I just want to know, right, what's going on for you, man?
Nothing's going off with me.
That's my question, pal.
Sorry?
That's my question. What's going on for you?
Nothing. We don't know. We don't know. We probably we don't know. Well, no, it was an accidental slip of the tongue there. That means we'll have a little break for a moment. Eloise, have you enjoyed working with me?
Oh, yeah.
Let me finish the sentence. More than Nick Shaw.
Definitely more than Nick Shaw.
Nick Shaw.
Can I just be quite frank and honest and say that I'm actually quite glad to see the back of him.
I didn't think you were allowed to say that sort. I didn't think you were allowed to express opinions like that.
Well, Nick Shaw is dead to me now.
Yeah.
I only ever met the fella once, this Nick Shaw, and I thought he was an idiot. If I'm completely honest, I had no time for him at all.
You know,
lazy. He's gone. He's history.
He's a self-fulfilling prophecy, is what he's become.
Now, I think we can certainly trust this one. So let's try line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, I think I've got Eloise's new Twitter name.
Oh yes, we were talking about this yesterday. You're not on Twitter because Eloise has gone, and you don't want to be Eloise 2 or something.
No, Eloise 5. We're up to.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What have you got for her?
Gary's new girlfriend.
I like it.
You can find me there tomorrow.
Oh, I feel a little bit dirty. I'm sure Gary does as well. So yes, it's. Let's see if there's anyone we can. For those of you who were listening and not quite sure what happened, someone sort of said a swear word. They sort of did half a swear word, but it was a stronger swear word. So we dumped it. That's why your radio would have jumped slightly, and we're building up the delay so that we're safe again. I think it was an accident because they do that sometimes. They go. They drop the F-bomb. I'm sorry. But, you know, we have young people listening. We have sensitive ears, so we have to be careful. I think line 2 should be safe. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Tetris! Thank you, line 2. I met the fella that wrote Tetris. What's his name? Pajitnov. Well, that's his surname. Andre or something. I don't know his first... Is it Andre Pajitnov? Something Alexei or something. It was anyway. It's a very interesting story behind Tetris, but it's too complicated.
And we haven't got time.
No, we haven't. It's delays. Fine. Okay, line 2, you're on the wireless.
You're a brave man, taking my call with no delay.
The delay is...
I've got to do...
Here we go. Don't worry, only another 50 seconds to go, and then we're out of here. Then it's Osborne's shift. He can look after this lot. Let's try line 8. 8, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, stranger.
Good evening, merchant.
I actually was going to call in with a topic.
It was a little bit late with only 35 seconds left.
But can I actually say something, because I actually got quite annoyed today.
Okay.
I bought my Mother's Day gifts 1 month early.
Oh, well done.
So I've got Ferrero Rocher under my bed, cooling it off.
Cooling off, yes.
So I'm actually pretty annoyed about that, because in Ireland it's somewhere in May.
Yeah, lost it a little bit there. Not quite sure what's going on. But now look, Eloise, thank you very much for your help. Rocky, thank you. Look, what I'm doing here is I'm getting ready to end, so we end exactly on 1 o'clock, which is what I can do because I'm a professional. Rocky, thank you very much for your help.
It's a pleasure.
I'm assuming you'll be in tomorrow because Davis is the suspension.
Yeah. Well,
okay, lovely. Well, listen, and I'm back tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and every Friday and Saturday from now on, here's Paul Weller. And I'm talking over him because I'm not a big fan.
Every Sunday, Paul Weller's on.
Yeah, why not? Paul Weller live, of course, tomorrow on the Christian O'Connell Show tomorrow morning, so make sure you listen to that. Thanks very much. Good night.